You guys, it has been a day. Let me tell you, I decided that I was going to pour some candles because I had a moment and I was like, I'm gonna be productive. I could sit on the couch and watch Schitt's Creek, but I'm not going to. I'll just pour like 2 quick batches of candles and then that way I'll have a head start on life in general. Well, I spilled a shit ton of wax because I overfilled my Presto pot because I wanted to get it done quickly. And that didn't go out well. I ran out of paper towels. We know how detrimental that can be. I spilled like half of what I was making all over the candles themselves, which you know is such a pain in the butt to clean up. And yeah, I probably should have just sat on the couch and watched Schitt's Creek, but I have a bunch of orders that I need to pack and I've been meaning to do kind of like a vlog video style for you guys on that because I do see a lot of questions all the time in regards to like what shipping materials do you use, things like that. And so I'm gonna take you guys along on that today. And I don't have a tripod because my husband hijacked it and I have no idea where to even start. So we're just gonna kind of go again with this vlog style and see how things go. Before I get started though, I did wanna tell you guys that I offer local pickups. So if you are comfortable with that and you have a space in your local area, your home, or wherever you're working out of that you can offer that, I highly suggest it because I am not competitive yet on shipping rates. So a lot of my local clients, which is probably about 90% of my actual clients, customers, whatever you want to call them, they choose the local pickup option. So I'm just going to kind of walk you guys through that and then share some of the shipping items that I used for the vessels that I send out. And I get my vessels from Wooden Wick, so I will link everything below. Just wanted to share you guys that information to let you know about what packing day looks like for me. All right guys, so I'm not really sure what time I'll actually be publishing this video because life is happening and things are super busy. And so for me to edit and schedule and all of the things that I need to do for YouTube, it might be a bit delayed, but today I actually released a limited edition scent. It's 420, so I wanted to do a cannabis and amber scent. So if you watched my other vlog of making candles with me, I'll link that below, but I was actually pouring that and that was 2 weeks ago. So they went live today, so those are the ones that I'm gonna be packing up. When I release a new scent, a few days before that, I start promoting it on social media, add some teasers, some little sneak peeks, especially if it's gonna be in a different vessel than my traditional brand of black and white, which this one was. And then on the day of the release, at the time, I usually do 8 a.m., I will send out an email to all of my previous customers or people who have subscribed to emails, even if they haven't purchased yet. I let them know that it's live. And what I'm finding is that the majority of my sales are within that kind of like 3-hour window. So from like 8 to noon, well, that's 4 hours, right? Yeah, so 8 to noon is like when I have the majority of my sales, and then I have a few trickle in after that if I still have stock available. When I do a limited edition or anything like that, I usually try and keep it at like around a quantity of 30. Up until this point, I've sold out of all my limited editions. This one, I think it is, let's see, well, my watch is dead, so. Oh, I can't make this shit up. I think it's about 5:30, and so I think I have about 5 or 6 left. So this one didn't go as much of a quick sell as the other ones did, but I was actually kind of expecting that. Because it's cannabis and amber, it's a very distinguished scent, and so not everyone's gonna be a fan. And I was aware of that. I actually have a pop-up market this weekend that I'm excited to hopefully have some leftovers that I can sell then. But I'm gonna be packaging these up. I'm gonna do my pickup orders first, and then I'll show you guys some of the shipping materials and stuff that I use. So let's do it. So whether items are shipped or if they're packaged for pickup, I include a handwritten note in all of them. And I made some notepads with like our little logo on here and our little starburst that we use for all of our branding. So I leave them notes, and then I also include a candle care card that I've made, an Upside Goods business card, just, you know, in the off chance that they're feeling friendly and sharing it with someone. And then I wanted to show you guys this, which I've been pretty excited about. So I actually made these thank you stickers off of my Rollo printer. So if you haven't heard about Rollo printers, it's a thermal printer and it's absolutely wonderful. You just need to get thermal labels for it. I only have 2 because I just had a bunch of orders that I placed or shipped and packed and everything like that. But it's basically like a thank you for shopping with me and 10% off code for their next order. So they have to be a returning customer. I have this set up in Shopify, so it kind of helps me keep track of who is getting these. So I've started the date as of my last launch, which was a couple days ago, and then I'll run it through a certain duration of time and just see how it goes. I also use these bags. So these fit really nicely with 2 of my larger vessels, and then these fit nicely with 1 of my larger vessels or multiple tins. These also fit, like I should say, these also fit 2 large vessels and then like other odds and ends, so like wick trimmers, things like that. I also have a larger bag that's way bigger than this, and it stores 3 candles. And then I just get tissue paper from like Target or any place like that. I just started adding color because I was bored of looking at the white. And then I stamp all of these with our logo, and they honestly, like, they're just really cute, just craft paper bags. I'll include them in the link below so that you can see where I get all of these and the different sizes and stuff like that. My vessels, this is just an example of one. This is the Aura vessel from Wooden Wick. It's about 4.1 inches tall and I think about 3.75 to 4, somewhere in there, wide. That'll just give you an idea of the dimensions. So it fits quite nicely in there. Obviously some room to grow, but that's good. And then I wrap it in the tissue paper, drop 1 of each of these in there, and then voila, they're ready to pick up. I will take you guys over here though and show you into my yoga room / pickup room. What I have been doing is putting the comeback stickers, we'll call them unofficially. I'll put them on the bags, and then I just keep track of their names, so of who's going to be picking up, so that I know really quickly if I'm not home or my husband is here and he's setting them out for me, he knows, okay, can grab it, and then I just set it out by the gate by our front door. And so something to note about that is on Shopify, you can put in pickup instructions. So I actually dedicate 3 days a week where I am going to be here no matter what, from like 9 to noon. And then I also say that if they want to book an appointment to pick up, just give me 30 minutes head start, just so I can be home or someone can be home, or I can tell them I'm not going to be home. Let's set another time. And honestly, so far so good. I've sent out surveys to all of my customers that have picked up, and I haven't had any negative feedback come back that doesn't work for them. So pretty excited about that, and it works pretty well, so hopefully that will work for you too. All right, let's pack some orders. All right, guys, so I just bagged all of my pickup orders, and now I'm going to move on to my shipping orders that I'm sending out. All in all, that took me probably about 45 minutes between writing the little love notes of thankfulness that I have for my customers, and then just getting the bags and the notes and everything ready. It probably took about 45 minutes. So let's see how this goes. First, I'll run through what shipping materials I use and share a little bit with that. I use all recycled products, meaning that outside of the shipping boxes, because those have to be pretty tailored to the size specifically, I keep all of the packing materials, peanuts, wrapped paper, all of the things from the wholesalers that I get my supplies from. It's kind of a pain in the butt because that means that I just have like packing materials everywhere, but it helps me cut down on my costs really well. And if you think about it, if they're shipping me the vessels with this wrapped paper and packaging, then obviously it's got to be good enough for me to then ship these candles in, or at least that's my school of thought. But if you guys have any tips or tricks on how you keep your costs down with shipping, with the packaging materials, let me know. With keeping costs down on actual shipping, that's like a whole other like YouTube world that we're not going to get into. So let me take a little tour for you guys on shipping materials I use. All right, guys, so I'm in my little shipping cubby. If you've seen some of my other videos, I don't even know. This was supposed to be organized. I had big, great, grand plans buying this stuff from Target, the shelf, and then it's just kind of a hot mess. But that's okay because most of the things that I'm doing with my candle business are such. These are the boxes that I use the most. You don't know, or you didn't pick up on in the beginning of the video, I do candle tins from Wood & Wick Company. So these tins that they have, I think that they're like 3.5 in diameter by 2 inches tall. So if anybody orders just a single tin, I ship it in this 4x4x4 cube, and it honestly fits perfectly. I bought these originally hoping that I could stack 2 in them, but it actually gets too crammed and the tin's dent, so it's not worth it. So I use 4x4x4 for just one of my tins, and you can see on all of these boxes that I stamp this. Just so you know, if you use something like Pirate Ship, it will say 4x4x4 is too small. I confirmed with Pirate Ship that you can actually change the dimensions even though you're not changing the box to 4x4x6, and you'll have no problem. So that's what I use for my tins. I also have the 5x5x5. So if I'm shipping 2 tins, I'll actually use this, and it's still like pretty small when it all opens up and collapses down, but it fits 2 tins comfortably. I don't have a lot of those that happen, but you know, on the off chance that they do, I have them. Again, I'll link all of these on Amazon. I use my 6x6x6. So this is the one that I use the most. I use this when I'm shipping 1 or a vessel. And again, I'm not sure of the exact dimensions, but you can use Dream Vessel. I know they have a similar, I think their Infinia is a similar size. I don't know, look at the dimensions, but 6x6x6 fits very comfortably my Aura vessel. So it does take some like packaging around it. But this one I've had really good success with, and so far, knocking on wood, not cardboard, that I haven't had any broken vessels sent yet. So that's a really bold, scary statement for me to say out loud because I just don't want that to change. I will tell you guys that I just ordered from a local packing company a 7x5x5, and that actually fits 1 Aura vessel pretty snugly as well, but I'll lay it down on its side. All of these I stack upright, so I literally place the vessel in and it's good to go. The next one that I use is if I'm shipping 2 of my Aura vessels, it's 8x6x6. And I actually ship them where one is kind of like upright and the other one is upside down on its side, because this one is, oh gosh, that's hard to do with one hand. Sorry. This one is wide. So I'll just kind of set them in on their side, and one will face up and the other one will face towards me. And it fits perfectly. I absolutely love this one. I feel like it's a really snug but secure way to ship my Aura vessels. Then the last one that I use the most is 8x8x8. So again, another cubed one. This fits 3 Aura vessels or 2 Aura vessels and a bunch of tins or wick trimmers and kind of those miscellaneous items. So these are the ones that I use the most and I've had the most success with. I would absolutely love to hear from you guys. If you ship similar size vessels that I do, I'd love to know what you guys use and what works for you, because I'm literally growing and learning through all of this. And yeah, I just appreciate any feedback and starting a conversation. So I, again, will link all of these below for you guys. So I wanted to add that I actually got one of these that is supposed to work with the packaging tape that needs that water adhesion. So I don't know if any of you guys use these. I'm gonna have to play around with it because I just unboxed it, but I will link it in the products below as well. I got it off of Amazon. I think it was like $40. I've noticed that a lot of these tape dispensers run about $400. This one was $40. It looks like it is worth about $40. So I'm gonna have to report back on how this works, but just wanted to give a little intermission and share that I'm using this as well. I'm gonna give it a go. So more on this to come in other videos. All right, guys, this is where I leave you. One, because the lighting is atrocious. It's starting to get dark outside. And two, because I have nothing left to share. So if you guys want any other videos that you haven't seen on my channel yet, please leave them in the comments below. I'm always searching for content ideas and things that I can share just from my firsthand experience. And it's been so wonderful just to hear and connect with you guys through comments on things that work for you, don't work for you, and just sharing and starting that conversation. So thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. Please make sure that you subscribe because that's like important in whatever YouTube person says. I guess I'm a YouTube person now, so I will say please subscribe to my channel. I also have the Candle Collective, so if you are a fellow candle maker and you want to kind of get a little bit more ingrained with a group of lovely makers, please contact us by reaching out to the link below, subscribing, and you'll start to get some videos and tips and tricks and things like that. If you're looking for a little bit more business help from a marketing perspective, I also offer 30 for 30 candle consults or any industry that you're in. It doesn't have to be candle making. So I'd love to spend some time with you guys if you need a little bit more one-on-one help. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to connect with you. First of sales, couldn't find my words, my emails as well. So I email customers, let them know, let me back up. All right guys, so I just bagged up all of my pickup orders and, sorry. And, this isn't good.